Welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. Happy New Year to everybody, because it's now 2019. Welcome. If y'all just tuning in, if y'all want to rock with me, I'm Donte Payne, and I'm your host for this evening. But before we get to that, let's give you a little sports update real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Orlando Magic today for the third meeting. Now they split this meeting 1-1, and this will be another meeting today here at the United Center. Starting tip off is at 7 o'clock tonight. So if you are watching the game, tune in. DJ Augustine for Orlando is out, but all the Bulls is healthy. The starting lineups for today will be Marketing, Dom, Zach Levine, and Justin Holiday, as well as Wendell Carter. That will be your starting lineup for tonight. And this is the Dragon Sports Live update. And I'm Donte Payne. Let's get it. So, we're going to give you Audrey Valentine, Never Let You Go, is what we're going to give you here on Dragon Sports Live. Tune in, rock with it, listen here on Dragon Sports Live.
Oh yeah. See, when we started this, I was so confused. Didn't know just where to turn now. Baby, you're my fuse. Baby, you're my fire. Baby, you're my ride or die. Anywhere you lead me, boy, it's gonna be worth my while. Baby, you're my heart. Baby, you're my soul. Baby, you're the one I wanna be with till we're old. This is up for everything, I feel it in my soul. You're my lover and my friend, I'll never let you go. 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 It would go this far. Folks been trying to break us up from the very start. People steady talking back and forth. That's a thing about you, but I tune out all the noise. To me, you're the truth. I respect your hustle, I respect your grind. Always keep it real with me, say what's on your mind. Share your every thought, share what's in your heart. You already know the deal, you had me from the start. Never let you go, never let you go, never let you go. 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 Never What I gotta do now to keep my shorty here? Cause I don't ever wanna go without my baby. What I gotta do now to keep my shorty here? Girl, just kissing you gets me weak in the knees. Feels so safe and warm. Keep us covered through the storm. Loving you is all I ever need. So forget about the past. Work for hard to make it last. Girl, I'll always be with you. Never let it go. Never let you 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 go. No. Never let you go. 'Cause you know you're always mine. Never let you go. Never let you go. Never let you go. Never let you
Welcome back to Dragon Sports Live. Happy New Year to everybody. New Year. It's a new year, but it's the same old show. We got the music, daily news that's happening in sports, and scores and recaps for you. Because this is Dragon Sports Live, and it's what we do. So, with that being said, there's been a lot going on. We got playoffs, we got NBA, season heating up, we got fights even building up. Such a lovely time for that. And it's kind of crazy. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. Speaking of fights, there was a lot of fights, especially in the Sixers Pistons game yesterday. It was literally a onslaught of fights left and right. First, we had Jimmy Butler and Avery Bradley, excuse me, hop into a fight, and it just was like, why? He bigger than you. Like, y'all got tangled up, okay? But that's just a slew of that tends to happen when you're in a competitive mode. That tends to happen with a lot of men when they're in competitive mode. Sometimes women too. But for the most part, men. When you're in a competitive mode, your mind ain't there. Your mind is about that game. So if y'all getting tangled up, even if y'all was tangled up, a little shoving happened, then next it gets serious. To the point where y'all going at each other's heads, looking at each other's faces. At the end of the day, you just gonna have to you'll laugh upon it later on in years as years go by, but at the end of the day, it's a game. You got one job, one objective, and that's to win. Not fight, win. So we gotta leave the fighting to the side. On top of that, in that same game, we also had Joel Embiid and Patrick Beverly getting a fight. Now Patrick Beverly is known to get in people's heads and stuff like that, but Patrick, I don't know what is you thinking with Embiid. Embiid is like two of you put together. He's tall, he's slinky. Like, it did not make any sense how you was coming at him like that. Like, why? You're small. He's huge. Like, you didn't need to come at his head like that. That's all I was saying. But it's crazy how competitive the game can be at times with fighting going on and stuff like that. With that being said, last night we had some pretty good games last night. Some of them was butt whooping, some of them wasn't. So last night we had Kawhi Leonard drop a career high of 45 points against the Jazz last night. And with that being said, the Raptors are 28-11 now, 15-4 at home. But he dropped his career high. Last time he dropped 45, he's with the Spurs. This right here, this one game just showing me that Kawhi is on a mission and he's ready to ball. Like he moving on past life, like Pop said, moving on past life, going forward, and he gonna show you, I'm finna ball. I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm ready to ball. He ain't talking no game. He just playing his game, doing what he do best: defense and score. That's what he does best. That score of that game was 122 to 116, where 44 points came in the third quarter, and they only held the Jazz to 32 in that third. The only quarters that the Raptors lost was the second quarter and the third quarter, because you put 44 points up in the third. Yeah, that's a serious victory right there. And it's like y'all was playing good defense all day, on the ball defense, lock it down defense, make sure the shooters don't shoot, not even let anybody get hot in that game. Very good game. Then you had the Pistons and Bucks on the other hand. Bucks are now 25 and 10, 17 and 3 at home, and they won their game 121 to 98. With Giannis Antetokounmpo just slamming all over people, being the long arm Greek freak that he is. He literally can take two dribbles and he's at the rim. He literally just slammed on everybody last night. But he also challenged The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, to a weightlifting competition. Who can, like, he want to challenge him. You want to challenge The Rock. Giannis, you big, but The Rock is bigger as far as muscle density. Go ahead with yourself. You feel confident you can beat The Rock in that competition? Go ahead, challenge him. Knock him out. Get it done. Other scores, we had the Knicks versus the Nuggets. The Knicks are 9 and 29, 5 and 17 away. And we got the Nuggets 24 and 11, 15 and 3. The Nuggets won this game 115 to 108. Nurkic had a triple double to lift the Nuggets past that game. A lot of people was like, he's not really that good to be an MVP candidate. I think he should be an MVP candidate because he's always, like, he's playing under the radar. He's giving you triple doubles. He's balling, like, he has a great sharp shot percentage, and he facilitates very well. He grabs boards. He rebounds. So I feel like he should be up there with, or at least most improved. You know, get him something for his troubles because he's working hard there. Trailblazers and Kings. Kings lost to the Trailblazers 108 to 113. And the Trailblazers is 22-16. So it's like you hit a lot of these teams that you didn't expect to be up there are up there this year. It's like they came to ball. Blazers want to get back to the playoffs, want to get past the first round. Nuggets want to make it to the playoffs. I think last time the Nuggets was playoffs, that's when they had Melo still on the team. So that was that. You know, it's a slew of things that's happening as far as that in NBA, as far as the scores. Like I said, Bulls take on the Magic tonight. Tip off is at 7 p.m. today with Marketing, Carter, Dunn, Levine, and Holiday in your starter lineup today. Wonder if Jabari Parker gonna get some tick. And it's also making me wonder, like, will Jim Boylen stay as that coach? Will he be able to secure their head coaching job, or are they still looking? It's a lot of great coaches out there. I'm just saying, Chicago Bulls. If y'all feel like he's not right, there's a lot of good coaches out there. One that was just recently let go. Why don't y'all give him a chance? Let him come to Chicago if he still want to coach. That is, and let him take over. Let him get the rings. Because if players and coach not clicking on the same page, you may not be having a winning season. That's just a fact of the matter. Everybody has to be clicking on the same page. I mean, everybody, not just you, everybody. You know, one person can't do it all. So that's why I'm saying, think about it. I got a coach. I got Tyronn Lue. I got a couple other good coaches. You know, so think about it. It's just the you know way it is. It's the way this season works. It's the way it is. Mm. And also, LeBron James will not be playing tonight. He'll be missing his fourth straight game tonight because he's battling a groin injury tonight. Which those are not fun. I had that before. Not fun at all. You can't really walk. You can't really sit. Like you basically just sitting still to an extent, trying to relax. So yeah, I got the Colors of Love by Isaiah Sharkey here on Dragon Sports Live. Tune in. Listen.
Love was made for us to become entwined. You don't have to say a word. I can read your mind. Feelings are mutual. Want to reach the highest high. A place just for the two of us. We can discover you and I. You and I. Colors of love. Colors of love. Colors of love. The colors of love. Colors of love. Colors of love. Colors of destination paradise. It's a pleasure to go there. From the sun to the moonlight, as the fragrance fills the air. The chemistry we can't deny. This is so meant to be. To be. It feels good, feels so right. I don't ever want to leave. Never your love is so sweet. Girl, you bring the best out of me. It's so sweet. I'm so glad that I made you read your plea. Colors of love, colors of love, colors of love, the colors of love, colors of love, colors of love. I wanna kiss your lips all the way down to your toes. I wanna rub your body all night long. Oh, I wanna make the color of love come out of you, all over me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wanna kiss you anywhere you want me to. Oh, baby. Oh, love me. Don't hold back. Yeah. Chicagoland Sports Radio is your home for all of the latest Chicago sports news. CSR is not only the home to the most entertaining and informative shows in Chicago, but covers all of the top college and high school games as well. Big guests and bigger personalities. This is your home for the greatest debates in sports, broadcasting live from State Street in the South Loop. For all of the news, analysts, and interviews to keep you informed, log on to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com to listen live. Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Lights, camera, action. Hey there, I'm Donte Payne. I am the founder and CEO of Dragon Jump Productions. Dragon Jump Productions specializes in media production based in Chicago. We offer services in graphic design, photography, as well as videography. We also work with models as well. So if you got an idea for a photo shoot or you need to be branded, let us help you make your brand. Dragon Jump Productions will call their way into stardom by making you look great. So if you want to book that next photo shoot with Dragon Jump Productions, reach out to dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Again, that's dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Let us take you and make you great. Book now, Dragon Jump Productions. Have you ever struggled in the middle of your workout or practice? Have you ever struggled in the midst of a sporting event? Have you ever struggled just by doing normal things throughout your day? They say refuel with plain water to get throughout the day. Newsflash, water just does not cut it. You need electrolytes and vitamins B and C, as well as other natural energies to get through the day. So instead of drinking plain water, grab yourself electrolyting, taste-defying, thirst refresher vitamin water to get you through any hump or bump in the road. So go grab that thirst refresher vitamin water today. Let that power your day, your workout, as well as your game. Let it start your body up like a race car engine. Go ahead and go get a vitamin water today. And let's drop that plain old water to the side.
You tune in to the hottest show for music and sports talk. This is Sports Love.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Donte Payne. If you just tuned in, we was talking about the NBA where we had a slew of fights that happened over the season and a couple games that's going on. Now I'm tuning in today to see what's going on with NBA today, as far as Lakers versus OKC, Bulls versus Magic, and a couple other games. I will keep you posted on those games throughout the show, or you can tune into next week at 6 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com for the stats recap of each of those games that happened today, which would be the best way to go. What's up, Ish? How you doing? But with that being said, we're gonna switch over to where football just finished up their final season. I should say final season of the regular season this past Sunday. And it was a slew of games that was like, where was this play at during the regular season? Why we have to wait to the last game to get to play like this? Or it was also a lot of games where this team needs this team to lose in order for them to win or stay in. And this team needs to win to secure stuff. And when I say it went down to the wire in some of these games, but before I talk about the games that was close, I'm gonna talk about the games that was more of like a upset. So Dolphins and Bills, neither team is going to the playoffs, but Bills was showing you something. That score was 42-17 in that game. Not only that, rookie Josh Allen scored a career high 3 touchdown passes and 2 running, while running the ball down a team who's 1-7 away. This is the type of play that I would like to see from the Bills coming forward, going to next season. If you look at the quarter breakdown, they scored 14 points in the first quarter, 0 in the second, 14 in the third, and 14 in the fourth. So that was basically 2 touchdowns in each quarter. That's the way you should play during the regular season. That's the way you shouldn't have to wait till the last game to play like that. You should be able to play like that all season long. Another team, they was 3-5 away, and they gave a team their second loss of the season, and that was at home against the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Packers 31-0. That's just showing 31-0. Packers. Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Comeback Kid, couldn't get not a point, couldn't get close enough to get a field goal. It's maybe because they just all beaten, battered, and bruised up. But that's not like, for me watching Green Bay games, that's not like the Packers. And it just was like y'all weren't even trying to play. It's just like, because y'all didn't make the playoffs, y'all weren't trying to make the game fun. Y'all just was like, eh. Stafford, on the other hand, Matthew Stafford threw for 266 yards, 2 scores to TJ Jones, and even your kicker got in on the action. He tossed a touchdown. Ain't that crazy? I think it's crazy. Lions is 6-10 overall, and Packers is 6-9-1. So they're still over the Lions, but neither team is in the playoffs. It was just a game to see. I feel like the last games, if you're not in the playoffs, test out the rookies that haven't really been playing at any playing time, or that y'all got acquired in either in the trade draft. Test out those players. That's what I say. Jets and Patriots, in my opinion, I don't even know why this game was even on TV, because I knew that the Patriots was going to win this game. Just the simple fact they was 7-0 going into that game at home, and they needed this game to clinch another first round bye. So if they would have lost this game, it would have been the first time in 8 straight years that they did not get a first round bye. But they won. They beat the crap out the Jets. It was 38-3. Jets couldn't get none going, and the defense for the Patriots was like on a whole nother level. They got an interception, they got a couple sacks, all within the first, I should say, second quarter and fourth quarter. The two most important quarters. Tom Brady threw for 3 first half touchdowns to help New England clinch their first round bye for another straight year. Panthers and Saints. Panthers won 33-14 when we had undrafted rookie Kyle Allen pass for 228 yards and 2 touchdowns before he got injured. But I feel like the Saints, that game was not even, it was a practice game for the Panthers, because none of the starters or the stars for the Saints was in that game. Breeze did not play that game, and a couple other people. Thomas didn't play that game either. So it was just more like, let's see what this rookie do, since they shut down Cam Newton for the season due to a shoulder injury. Let's see what they do. But I thought the Saints was actually gonna come back in the game. They not really playing. They wasn't playing anything, so they didn't feel like they need to play their stars. Just a simple fact. Like in some cases, this is that question that comes to mind that a lot of people think about, is like, it's the last game of the regular season. Do I play my stars or do I sit them and rest them and have them get ready? Well, in the Saints case, I will rest them like they did because simple fact, you want everybody healthy. You want everybody 100% for playoffs, which starts next week. It's gonna be some good games on there. I'll tell you about those games in a second, and who I'm picking for those games. So yeah, I definitely would have I would have had my stars sit down, rest, especially if I already clinched home field advantage throughout the playoffs and the first round bye. So I would have had them rest anyways. Well, that the 49ers and Rams. It was a good game down to the wire. I thought the 49ers was going to come back and beat the Rams since I kind of was hoping that the 49ers beat the Rams. That way the Bears would have got that first round bye as well as jump into the second seed because they have the head-to-head tiebreaker. But they didn't. Geoff went crazy in that game, 4 TDs, and then Rams grabbed their bye with that win. They needed that win since they had lost to the Bears, so they needed that win to get that first round bye. And the Bears had won. And most of the scoring for the Rams came in the second quarter. And when I seen that the 49ers scored 15 in the fourth quarter, and I thought they was going to come back, even though they lost 32-48, I thought that was a really good game. I thought Buccaneers was showing promise. On top of that, we also had the Bears versus the Vikings. Bears came back in the fourth quarter 24-10 to beat the Vikings, eliminate the Vikings from the playoff play, and the NFC North Championship Bears refused to let up. They played their stars. Just a simple fact, they had a point to make. So in past years, offense wasn't really a factor for the Bears. It was always defense. It was that smash mouth, in your face defense. They was showing you why they're 12-4 this year. Why they have the best record that they have in the past 3 seasons. And why they are the NFC North champions. They were showing give you that reason why. And they also was hoping that the Rams, because like I said, if the Rams would have lost, Bears would have jumped, got in second place, and got the first round bye because they won the last 2 games. So that was that. Another close game. So the Steelers needed this game to get the NFC title. But they also needed the Ravens to lose for them to stay in, as well as the Titans and Colts to tie. Since the Ravens won. Steelers played against the Bengals and it was 16-13. When I say this game came down to the wire, I thought the Bengals was going to win against the Steelers because they was holding they in, but then they was only held to 3 points in the fourth quarter, and we had Big Ben passing for 287 yards and a touchdown, as well as newly kicker Matt McCrane passing for a touchdown as well on a fake field goal. They end up losing, and that was that. And also the Colts and Titans. So basically the Colts and Titans, it was a win or go home. The Steelers had needed these 2 teams to tie in order for them to still make it because they had the better record of the 3. Nope, didn't happen. Colts destroyed the Titans in this must-win game. It was a win or go home. Both of these teams had the same record coming into that game Sunday. Both teams was 9-6. Colts beat the Titans 33-17. And they earned a playoff spot, and luck remains perfect. Luck threw for 285 yards, 3 touchdowns in that game. So they end up in the playoff spot, the last playoff spot. They'll play against the Texans. Browns play against the Ravens, and that was 24-26. Another good game. And the Browns would have finished the season if they would have won that game. They would have been 8-7-1. That sounds super weird saying that. Seeing past couple years, it went 0-16, 1-16. So yeah, because the Ravens won, they got the AFC North title, and now Steelers are out looking in. With that being said, there was a lot of drama between AB and the Steelers organization. According to ESPN, AB didn't play the last game. They say he didn't play because he was ill, but he's saying it's because I skipped practice because I was frustrated with the organization and what's going on. I feel like that Steelers organization is low key falling apart. What's up, Tanisha? How you doing? Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everybody that's tuning in to Dragon Sports Live here on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Now we're talking football. If you're just tuning in, how a lot of these games ended on either a butt whooping because teams need it, and some games just ended it because it was practice. It was needed. It was what they needed to prepare for playoff season, which starts next week. Oh, it's gonna be good. So good. Speaking of playoffs, I got the perfect song for you because it's such a good day and it's a good time to talk about teams winning. So we have a song called Winner by Independent here on Dragon Sports Live. Check it out, Independent with Winner.
Yeah. My mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the winner. I 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 roll with. My mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the winner. Yeah. I be surrounded by the ones that make me better. I got all the groupies, but I gotta put the bread first. Keep my circle small, I trust everyone I be around. But everybody knows that it be there whenever we around. Party in the club with the ice on. Turning out to my song, even when the lights on. If you are fake, use a snake like a python. Get from up around me, cause I was taught the right from wrong. Hi, hello, you should be my glow. Look at how I glow. Look at how I glow. Yeah, my mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the winner. My mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the winner. You wish you was me, but you ain't used to me. I put in that work, but work it ain't your thing. No, we can relate. I got money on my plate. You got time on your plate. I don't got time, get out my face. I'm always chasing the bank. Chasing the bank, yeah. You better stay in your place. Don't get a case, yeah. They don't want me for the legend. I'll get the steak, yeah. I can party, but it won't take me on my space, yeah. Hi, hello, you should be my glow. Look at how I glow. Look at how I glow. Yeah, my mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the My mama told me I should never fall. You different and you cold. And honestly, she roll with the Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. I got you, sis. This is the life of a black woman above average. Do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. We always been savage. That diamond in the rough don't give a about living lavish. We just wanna make, we just want a man wake with the seas naked. See us on the ground, but don't get intimidated. I'm tired of the black woman. Why we gotta sit at home to be considered wives? Why we can't go on and enjoy our lives? When we get our 20s and get money, instead we get mocked by motherfuckers who call it comedy. It ain't even funny. Why we can't go natural without getting backlash from these foes? You tell us, love yourself. So we rock afros and then you calling them professional? Man, little figure to the critics. It shouts to the black woman with a plate for still I give biscuits. Above average, the boy they cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. And you know we cold with the fashion and this need be here action. Look into the critics. It shouts to the black woman with a plate for still I give biscuits. Above average, the boy they cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. And you know we cold with the fashion and this need be here action. One more thing. Independent queen, still need a king. Life's better with a team and we keep the grass green. Instead of worry about the next chick. Yeah, we deserve more than chill, listen Netflix. We just wanna make it. We just wanna cover that feeling incarcerated. Why we gotta lower standards for consideration and we cutting expectations just to have someone adjacent. But I'm a black kings who invest. We don't want them niggas who just wanna have sex. We ain't them dogs who just go back on the shelf. So if you wanna come to us, you better come correct. We just wanna build in, maybe we can chill. Let us get to know you before we know how you feel. Don't wanna move fast or stand still. We ain't trying to do the mannequin challenge for real. Little figure to the critics. It shouts to the black woman with a plate for still I give biscuits. Above average, the boy they cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. And you know we cold with the fashion and this need be gear action. Little figure to the critics. It shouts to the black woman with a plate for still I give biscuits. Above average, the boy they cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. And you know we cold with the fashion and this need be gear action. We misunderstood.
We misunderstood.
So misunderstood.
So misunderstood. Yeah,
I wish you understood.
I wish you understood.
I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis.
I got you, sis.
I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis.
I got you, sis.
I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis.
I got you,
I got you,
sis. Misunderstood. Yeah. Misunderstood. We misunderstood. So misunderstood. I wish you understood. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Running, training should feel like cloud nine. When you squat, you fly. When you run, you're flash. When you play basketball, you're Jordan. When you clean with purpose. When you walk, you strut.
So don't just sit there or lay around. Just do it with the Nike Air Versatile. Basketball, running, and training, even walking, never felt so good. So grab you a pair at any local Nike store or online at www.nike.com. So grab your Nike Air Versatile and live your life the Nike way. Just do it. You won't regret it. These shoes are running out fast. So head over to your nearest Nike outlet and pick up your pair today. So pick up your pair of Nike Air Versatiles today. You won't be disappointed. Chicagoland Sports Radio is your home for all of the latest Chicago sports news. CSR is not only the home to the most entertaining and informative shows in Chicago, but covers all the top college and high school games as well. Big guests and bigger personalities. This is your home for the greatest debates in sports. Broadcasting live from State Street in the South Loop. For all of the news, analysts, and interviews to keep you informed, log on to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com to listen live. Chicagoland Sports Radio is not just sports, it's a way of life.
Lights, camera, action. Hey there, I'm Donte Payne. I am the founder and CEO of Dragon Jump Productions. Dragon Jump Productions specializes in media production based in Chicago. We offer services in graphic design, photography, as well as videography. We also work with models as well. So if you got an idea for a photo shoot or you need to be branded, let us help you make your brand. Dragon Jump Productions will call their way into stardom by making you look great. So if you want to book that next photo shoot with Dragon Jump Productions, reach out to dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Again, that's dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Let us take you and make you great. Look now, Dragon Jump Productions. Welcome back. You're listening
You tune in to the
to
hottest show for music and sports talk. This is
like they said, you listen to Dragon Sports Live, and I'm Donte Payne, your lovely host for the evening. Now we was talking about games, how they ended towards the season. That's not the only thing that ended when the season's hit. In the NFL, they usually have what they call Black Monday, and it's usually that time when after the regular season games, you hear coaches get fired left and right, and some of those team coaches got fired beforehand. But I'm gonna go down the list and tell you coaches what teams fired who. That's the best way to do it. So let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. They fired Steve Wilkes after one season with them going 13 and in his first year as the coach. They also fired their offensive coordinator, their defensive coordinator as well. And you got potential now. Who will be a potential candidate for the Cardinals? One I can see Adam Gates. I can see him being a potential uh for the Cardinals because when he's with the Dolphins, it was like he did pretty well with them. He took them places. They had wins. They wins improved. I can see that. But you're gonna need somebody who's inheriting Josh Rosen as well as David Johnson and cornerback Patrick Pearson and pass rusher Chandler Jones. You're gonna need somebody that's gonna handle that. Am I right or am I wrong? Right? I think I'm right on that. Um, Adam Gates, who went 10-6 and made the playoffs in his first season as a Dolphins coach in 2016. Since then, he's went 13-19 in 2 seasons. He was also fired. Now, 13-19, that's not a bad record. And like I say, he took a team that a 10-16 to the playoffs in his first season. They just feel it's time for a move. They trying to go other places. Don't know what may be the case. A potential candidate for the Dolphins will be Eric Bieniemy. Not sure. Vance Joseph's first season in charge of the Broncos ended. He had 8-game losing streak, and that ended faith with general manager John Elway. He was fired after a 5-11 finish. A 6-10 season year 2 won't save his job. So he was another coach that was let go. Todd Bowles entered the year 10-22 in his first 2 seasons as Jets coach. Even though he had received a 2-year contract extension at the end of 2017, he was fired as the Jets finished their season 4-12. And then we had the general manager for Oakland. He was let go. We also had Mike McCarthy, who at first his seat was cool, got a 1-year contract extension through 2019. And then that was before Ted Thompson was forced aside. He was fired a few hours after the game against the Cardinals December 2nd. So they was already planning to do that firing from the get-go. And the simple fact that it was rumored that Rodgers was always changing McCarthy's plays at the line because he didn't like what he was calling. But now he's gone. And potential coaches for the Packers would be Joe Philbin as well as Josh McDaniels. Browns also fired Hugh Jackson and offensive coordinator Ty Healy back in October after a 2-5 start. And they appear to prove well as interim coach Greg Williams and Freddie Kitchens took over the reins. And you look at it. I sound like a Thanks, Mike. Mick with the I do sound like it because it's fiery. It's Black Monday. It's the best time. It's when you see coaches just get fired. I was loving that Hugh Jackson finally got let go though. This simple fact, you in your career with them, you're 3-36-1. Since they fired him, they managed to win 7 games, 8 losses, and 1 tie. So I think it was his time to go. Definitely think it was his time to go. So I was like, yes, let's go. And I hope they keep Greg Williams and Freddie Kitchens. Because look at the improvement that the team, they have more wins that they have in the past 3 seasons. You got Baker Mayfield throwing quarterback, breaking QB records far as the franchise. 27 QBs for a rookie in Cleveland franchise history. That's the most any quarterback rookie for the Browns has thrown. So I'm loving what I see. But only time could tell. Like, we'll see what next season will hold. Let's see what what they will add to the table on top of that. But they are not at the last seed this year. They're not at the bottom. Oakland took care of that. Cardinals took care of that. Those teams took care of that. So they're not at the bottom. So I'm curious. Oh yeah, the Vikings also let go of their offensive coordinator as well back in October. But it was Adam Gase, Marvin Lewis, which to all the Stephen A fans, That would make him extremely happy that he's gone. And see, they asked for a prediction on my live, so I'm gonna give a prediction that if they keep these same two coaches and the Browns add a few more pieces, they're gonna make the playoffs next season. Maybe 2 seasons from now, they'll make the playoffs. But I also feel like Raiders John Gruden may be also on a hot seat, may be fired if he has another season like this after you're getting guaranteed $100 million. You need to come out the tape, like shake that rust off and come with it. So I'm curious for that. But with that being said, I have Asha Marie Plow here on Dragon Sports Live. Here's Plow.
It's drowned by the sound, no, we can't give up now. Blood crying from the living to tell your story in the town. Your head down, live from Immature Road. Yeah, money, Mississippi. I want my refund. I see the bed is empty. Return our native son. Picking cotton made you plenty. My hands have made you filthy, rich, naked, poor, blind, lost inside of you was pity. All of it, lies that you covered. Tallahatchie snitching on ya, the truth hovered. Pulling pranks in the floating in the riverbanks. Wouldn't bank on you gloating over his remains. Chicago's future, snatched by his accuser. Given to a living, unforgiving child abuser. A whistle brought a pistol to the temple. It was simple, his initials on his ring. Only ID that was seen, ugly scene. How can I keep plowing and miss the funeral? Emmett is a witness to heaven is something beautiful. To maybe I keep tilling till Jesus bring racial healing. Bad weeds can't destroy a little black boy's joy. Crying from the ground. It's drowned by the sound, no, we can't give up now. Blood crying from the ground. It's drowned by the sound. Your hand on the ground, no, we can't give up now. 1955 was no different from this present day thing. The black youth was shot today to be televised for all the black to see.
To your right, playing with a gun outside a rec center. The gun turned out to be fake, and he was shot to death by a rookie police officer who says that he thought it was real.
Baby steady down and parents grind, cause they burying their young ones in the ground year round. Marching on this land to stand for grands and grants, cause they stood for us, they could hardly move around. What happened to the love? What happened to the peace? We used to be close, this fire need to cease. Forget the burner, put it in the furnace with all that other nonsense. You selling on the beat, burn the heat in the news too. 24/7 lives are getting pretty crucial. Tragedy actors are doing crimes that we used to. Who do we call? When do we pray? Where do we look to? Get on your knees, call on his name, it's pretty simple. That's what the saints do. Mangle. Don't be a fool and get your brains through. That ain't cool. This is the generation now. You should never tap out. We never gonna count. Keep your hands on the cloud.
Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me.
Welcome back. So we talking about coaches getting fired, but it's getting to that time where next week starts wild card weekend. It's kind of crazy to say that you got teams that's 12-4, two teams that's 12-4 playing in the wild card. It's kind of that's kind of crazy. One is the fifth seed, that's the LA Chargers, and one is the Chicago Bears. So it's kind of crazy. And then you got a lot of teams that's 10-6, pretty much with the same record. But wild card weekend, we got Colts and Titans. And I'm actually picking the Texans to not Titans, Texans. Wow, wrong T. I'm picking the Texans to win this game. Just simple fact, Deshaun Watson has been on the tear defensively. The defense has been holding up. And Luck has been good, but Texas has been better. Hopkins has been great for the Texans. T. Whitehill has been good for the Colts, but I'm still riding with the Texans. We got Chargers, Ravens. I think that should be a good battle, but in our actuality, I'm riding with Phillip Rivers. Just simple fact he been down this road before, and you got rookie Lamar Jackson, who this is his first playoff appearance in the NFL. So I'm gonna go with the vets. And there's but Lamar Jackson may surprise me by running the ball, throwing some passes. I'm going with the more experienced team in this. We got Seahawks versus Cowboys. Now that should be a battle royale. Because you got two quarterbacks that can scramble and they can also pass, but you also got two. The Seahawks has two teams with top defense. Um, and we also got the Bears and Eagles. Of course, I'm riding with the Chicago Bears. Khalil Mack, Jackson, Prince Akamore. That defense has been on a tear. Hicks, it's been on a tear. We're gonna have Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson should be back for that game. Nick Foles will be playing in that game as well. Hopefully, he don't get hit too hard by Khalil Mack or any of the Bears defense. And then, as far as divisional round, I see Patriots going against the Chargers, Chiefs going against the Texans, and I'm picking the Patriots over the Chargers if that happens. And then I'm gonna pick the Chiefs over the Texans. Just in fact, the young Patrick Mahomes has been on the tear. As far as the AFC, NFC is going to be another. It should be another rematch against the Bears and Rams, and I would take the Bears in that. Bears made the Rams look like a 5-year-old trying to get candy from their uncle who holding it up in the air, and then Saints will go against the Cowboys if they make it past this. Actually, they'll go against the Seahawks because it seems like the Cowboys cannot make it past around. They really haven't got a playoff victory in the last couple of years, so I'm gonna go with the Seahawks versus Saints. And then, as far as the championship round, I say it's gonna be Patriots, Chiefs. As far as AFC, Patriots will get that AFC championship. If all goes well, it'll be the Bears Saints, which should be a good matchup. But I may have to give it to the Saints in that just simple fact they haven't played Drew Brees yet, but that offensive line holds up very well for as far as those two, as far as for Drew Brees' sake. Because he hasn't really got knocked down compared to like Eli Manning, who constantly was getting knocked down. A couple other quarterbacks was getting knocked down. So it's like, there you have it. Those are my pieces. That's why I wanted to see what happened. I will be tuning in Sunday and taking stats just to see what's going on and if my prediction is right. With that being said, tune in next Wednesday for Dragon Sports Live. And I'm Donte Payne, signing off. Have a nice day.
Hi, everybody. I'm Candy Gomez here at the Illinois Media School in Lombard. I am one of the newest people to join the staff here. I am a student advisor. I bring all my expertise, my years from B96 Radio, WGN, Chicago Sky, KISS FM. I bring all that here when I talk to kids, students.